Hi everyone, I am Rebecca and the Director of RWA Psychology. A couple of days ago I posted something on supporting our children through this time, and today what I wanted to do is talk a little bit about how we are going to manage things, particularly this social isolation as things are becoming increasingly locked down and we're all spending pretty much our time at home. This is presenting challenges for everybody, so let's think a little bit about how we can get through this time. The first thing to remember is we want to stay connected. As isolated as we are now, we want to maintain our connections, and the good news with that is modern technology has allowed that to happen, be it FaceTime, WhatsApp, Zoom, Skype, instant messaging, good old traditional phone calls. We have all the mediums there to stay connected with everybody as much as we can, and we really want to use them. Just before recording this, in fact, I was sitting down and took a few minutes to look at some messaging that my girlfriends have been doing on WhatsApp. Everybody checking in with each other about how they're going, what we're all finding challenging, what we're having a laugh at. And not only did that bring a smile to my face, it's a really important thing to see how we as a group of friends are checking in with each other. So guys, stay connected. A client of mine was telling me the other day that they are having virtual Friday afternoon drinks, that last week everybody at 5 o'clock connected on whatever medium they did and all sat there with a glass of wine and chatted about their week, just as they would do if perhaps they were still in the office or heading to a bar after work. So there's a creative way. My daughter talked about setting up Netflix parties with her friends, so they are getting together, connecting somehow. Obviously, I haven't done this yet, where they can all time watching the same movie or show and can sit there commenting and seeing each other's comments and talking with each other. So there's another way that we can stay connected and feel like we're not doing everything on our own. Guys, let's avoid difficult situations. That's really obvious. We are all at home in close quarters with our partners, our children, our friends, if we're living in share housing, I guess, and we're not used to doing that all the time, and that can really promote a lot of difficulties. We want to do things like perhaps create a roster of when things need to be done and by whom, so we're not sort of bickering and fighting around all of that. We're in close confines, but give each other space. Know when you need to retreat to different ends of the house, the unit, the room, even depending on what space that you're living in. Identify what you all enjoy doing together and spend time doing it. Playing games, cards, board games, puzzles, gardening, whatever it might be, enjoy doing some time together. Talk about your concerns. Talk about what's worrying you. This is a huge time where everybody's really worried, but actually remember to talk about the positive things as well. Let's have a laugh. Let's keep our sense of humour. Let's just do some things to lighten it. We cannot live in this kind of oppressive atmosphere of everybody talking about this all the time. Talk about it when we need to. Acknowledge and validate everybody's feelings. You want to pause and you want to walk away. This is not the time actually to have those really challenging, difficult conversations, not when you can't have too much space from each other. And if you do notice that the tensions are rising and pause. Just say, time out, I'm going to pause this for a little while, walk away, have a breather, do something else, and then perhaps come back and have that conversation if you can. Eat well, sleep well. The basic things that are going to help us function right now. We need to maintain some proper fooding. Probably there's a little bit of extra snacking going on at home, and maybe there's a little bit of extra drinking going on at home. And I get that, but let's try to limit that and keep those in safe limits. Get dressed, actually. Get out of your pajamas. It's nice to have a pajama day every now and then, but actually if we're spending every day in our pajamas now, it really does affect how we're feeling. So get dressed. You may not dress up as you would normally do in the office, but get up, have a bit of a structure to your day, get dressed. Have some designated work hours. When am I working and when am I switching off? Now that you're working from home, it's really easy for that work to creep into your entire day, but you actually want to limit those hours and still know when you're switching off. Have contact with your work colleagues. I know most people have set up all sorts of ways to do that, and that's going to be really important. Guys, know this is temporary, as much as it may feel like it's not temporary. And yeah, we know this is going to go on for probably quite a while, and possibly the lockdowns are going to get worse. But no, this is temporary, and one day it will end, and we will all hopefully mostly be here at the other end to get back to normal life. Please limit social media usage, or monitor what social media usage you're having right now. It isn't healthy to be looking, streaming, searching for all sorts of information. There is a lot of anxiety and stress and tension out there, and if we are feeding ourselves with this every moment of the day, our anxiety is going to get worse. Know what news streams you're using right now, and please do not have those news streams on all the time, checking for updates, hearing what new information has been released, because again, that will increase our anxiety. I've spent my week talking with clients about how to limit that. Everybody is anxious anyway, and with this climate right now, the stresses and the tensions, of course, are significant. So please try to minimise that and think about, yes, getting some healthy information when we need to, but then pausing it and saying, righto, let's watch something fun, let's have a fun conversation, let's talk about something else. Hope that's helpful, guys. I will potentially release something again, maybe in a few days' time, about something that might help us get through this time. In the meantime, stay well, take good care.